everybody. I wanted to talk about spatial awareness. These are the walking tracks that go from Malka all the way to the first station, which is the direction that I am going. And we have the senses, the five senses, right? Touch, taste, smell, sight, and hearing. But the sixth one is spatial awareness. So I thought to do this here. Many people do not have spatial awareness. They are completely oblivious to the space around them. So I guess you wouldn't find a lot of professional dancers without the awareness of the space around them, because that's a key thing. And it's funny because before I moved to Israel, there are a lot of things I didn't know. And I thought, wow, I'm moving to a culture where it's not all about me, myself and I, where people are going to put other people first. And I was very disappointed in this regard. I was raised with a lot of manners, and if you see someone coming, you step aside. You always allow the other person to go first. This is the way that I was raised. It is not the culture here, not for the most part, though the people here are very loving, very tolerant. Great stories about Israelis, absolutely. But spatial awareness, I got off the bus last week. It was early evening, and there was a man standing in front of me. Obviously, he had some special needs, but there were 3 or 4 other people around him, and I was schlepping a really heavy cart, a grocery cart. And, I was kind of struggling with it because it was filled to the brim. I was preparing for some people coming over. And I was standing there trying to pass, and nobody moved. It was obvious but people they're not aware. A lot of people, it's like the world revolves around me, and they're not aware of their surroundings. And the Lord just stopped me, said this is a good place to share this message. So spatial awareness, let's fine-tune that one, because that is known to be one of the senses, aware of your space and the relationship of others around you spatially. And I laugh because I remember I was at the beach in Ashdod in the south of Israel some years ago, and there was nobody else on the beach that I could even see. And there's this whole big, huge, enormous, infinite space around me. And literally this person walks literally in front of me, in front of my face. I'm sitting on my blanket on the beach. And I thought, it was so hard to believe. They had the whole beach. They were in front of my face like this. So they don't have the same boundaries here that we have in America, at least in New York, not at all. There's great things about Israel. And of course, I'm home in Israel. This is the last stop for me. But spatial awareness is important. Let's become aware of other people. It's not all about me, myself, and I. And I have to say there are certain things that I still have not adapted to. I don't like the cigarette smoke. It's one thing right off the top. If you ask me what I don't like, I don't like the cigarette smoke at all. I hold my nose. I hold my nose and I walk by people who smoke. I don't care what they think, because they're polluting my air. That's how I feel. Anyway, it's hard for me because I used to live by the beach with clean air. And the other thing is that very few men have I could count on one hand, have been courteous to me, where they have allowed me to go first, or given me a bag at the supermarket before they take their bag for produce, or even offered me to sit down, or offered to open a door. I mean, maybe 3 times in 13 years. I know I'm not making a very good pitch for the Israelis, and I don't mean to do that. I'm just being real, People want to know real? Okay. Anyway, I love Israel. And in fact, some of the first people to appreciate me here in this land were native Israelis, opposed to people from other nations. So God bless you. Spatial awareness, important.